Sponsor.
It's now Motzei Shabbos Parshas Vayikra, Tufshin Ayin. Erev Shabbos, I was very upset. I heard and went to the Levaya of Rabbi Herschel Diamond. Really masmit Talmid Chuchim, and didn't get bothered with anything and frustrated in life. All he did was all day and night sit and learn, doing mitzvahs, saying Tillim, davening, learning. And he was really not involved. You come to think of it, I never discussed with him any other things besides I wanted to understand Sarasha or Chaim HaKudosh. There was nothing else to discuss with him. All his life was occupied in Torah, and he never got involved in anything. All this frustration about life with people. Is Darren Throat on Portland Avenue right? Is Mrs. Simmons right in building more? She needs to build. Here there are people who live in Portland, in Darren Throat. Take for instance Yosem Argulias. He's running a charity of Side by Side, but he doesn't want to. When it comes to his house, they build blocks of flats in the back that other people can live. He doesn't want it. Mrs. Simmons is saying, where's his charitable, or where's his charitable way of life, of thinking? She's got a point. And on the other side, he's got a point. I don't want people living on top of me. You haven't got no right to build against the regulations of the country, to build such a high block in the back of me. And I don't want people looking into me. I want a bit of privacy. I understand both ways. And we've got so much contradiction. You know, it comes to Pesach. This one doesn't eat that, and that one doesn't eat this. We're supposed to be united. We're supposed to unite. We went through Am Echad from Mitzrayim. And really, this Yontif should be a united Yontif, where everybody sees the same. Sfardim, Ashkenazim, Litvische, Chassidish. This one doesn't eat fish, and this one doesn't eat besumim, doesn't take besumim, doesn't make a boirim. When the besumim are Shabbos, and this because of this, because the fish were kept in chumetz. And you really, in Shulchan Aruch says you mustn't laugh at anybody's minig around Pesach time, because everything is important. But do we need to have goiters coming into our house and cleaning? Is that the most important part of Pesach? So we clear out the chumetz, but we bring the goiter into our house, and so much bad she does by coming into our house. Then on the other hand, you watch people in the street. They're supposed to have kosher telephones. He walks out with a telephone in his hand all the time. He and she, women talking. They're not careful where they push the buggies. But they have a kosher telephone. It's kosher. The telephone is kosher. But do you need to talk all the time on your telephone? Do you need to be in communicado with somebody else all the time? I mean, you can have I have a telephone in my pocket. It rings once in a while. Once, if I'm lucky, once in 2 days, once in 3 days. If somebody wants me, emergency, they need me, they can get hold of me. That's the idea of it. But it's not just there for talking, talk. She walks in the street and you tell her, put it away already. Think what your way of driving. People drive, he reverses, he drives forward, he's not supposed to drive with the telephone in his hand, he drives. You can't give up 1 minute not being in communication. As if you've got to be in communication with the Eibishter, but not with people all the time. I don't understand this. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe they're wrong. I don't know who's wrong. I've never been so frustrated in life, in seeing both sides of the stories, and not being able to, maybe my cycle is too strong, and I see both sides right. And I don't know where we head from this. Where do we get to? Where do we achieve something to people to show them the right way of life? What is the right way of life? Do you behave like a Herschel Diamond, not get involved in life? Do you get involved and open your mouth and say things like I'm saying now? I don't say so many things anymore in shul direct to people, because I use the internet or the YouTube to say my opinions, and that's how I've established it. It's safer for me, and it's better, and there's no arguments. I say it quite calmly on the YouTube, and people can watch too. Those who want to watch. I really get more people watching than I ever got on the radio. Couldn't even care less about the radio anymore, because so many people who have got internet, listen to internet, don't take notice. Like I explained, Amodia, the Tribune, full of adverts in www, the Rabbunim, they're laughing stock. Nobody cares about them too. Nobody cares. Kosher phones, not kosher phones. Nobody takes any notice what they say. And then you get adverts where I'll pray for you, gets pushed into your door time and time again. He'll pray for you, this one will pray for you. I said Perik Shira 40 days, and I was fasting it. But no name and address, no telephone number to say that. who it was. I put it in the paper. So, but does anybody, have you been Mefasim? Nobody knows who it was. So how can you say you were Mefasim? People say, well, I've told everybody about it. I put it in the paper. You know who it is. I don't know who it was. You said Perek Shira 40 days. It doesn't say Mr. Mrs. This one said Shira 40 days and had a child, or this one was helped. It just says, it doesn't even say a telephone number. It just said, I said Perek Shira 40 days, and I made it Mefasim. Let me show you this advert, and I'll have a look at it. You'll see it yourself. It's so contradictory. People argue. It's not even, doesn't even make sense anymore. Said Perek Shira with the intention of publishing it, and I saw a Shur Baruch Hashem. What have you published? You haven't published anything. You just wrote down that you said Shira. You don't know who it was, what it was. When I wrote a letter to the Tribune or the News Sheet and everywhere else about my wife, that's called publishing it, but it's not called publishing it. There's nothing. You go through the News Sheet, you see pages and pages of adverts, Glatt Kosher, Super Glatt, and Berries, and all the other shops, this one selling kosher Pesach things. Not one price. What a way of advertising. Not one price, as if it doesn't matter what it costs. It does not matter what it costs. Who's going to pay for it? And how are the people going to pay? They can't even compare prices. I don't understand what they think. People are stupid or something. I really don't know what to say about all this.